Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I know it's been a few days since I put out my last video. My apologies. There is a day where I just felt like crap. And then, of course, I've been busy going out here and doing more recording. So, my apologies. I'm back. Anyhow, this is going to be a video of Muncie, Indiana, 2023. Now, for those of you that have been following my channel for the last couple of years or so, I've already done a Muncie video to include a drive-through tour of Ball State University. So, for those of you that wanted me to drive through Ball State University, I've already did that on my last Muncie video. So feel free to go watch those are the videos, which I've recorded back, I want to say, in early 2021. But, since I do things a little differently on this channel than I did back when I first began this channel, I thought I would go back and redo Muncie, Indiana video. I'll give you a 2023 tour of Muncie, which will have more of the neighborhoods in Muncie, not just the ones that are lower income, but as you guys are getting ready to see right now, you're going to see some of they're not going to be necessarily the nicest or the fanciest parts of the city, but they'll be one of the nicer parts of the city. Because I know some of you, when I call some of these areas the nicer parts, you get at me in the comment section telling me that, oh man, there's mansions and there's areas to where houses are going for $500,000, whatever. Now, granted, some of these areas you're seeing right now, they're not gonna be the wealthiest by any means. That is, like, where I'm driving through right now, I would consider a solid, maybe working class, but in a little bit here, you'll see some areas that would be considered upper working class. But on the last time I record videos on Muncie, I didn't quite know what I was doing. I was, somewhat new to doing these type of videos. And sometimes even right now when I drive through some of these cities, I don't know the layout as good as I probably should, but that's not going to stop me from delivering these videos. But anyways, this video will give you guys a more in-depth tour of the city of Muncie. And also I got a lot more information about Muncie than I did last time, because this time I've done a little bit more research. So let's keep going here. Well, for many of you that are familiar with Muncie, Indiana, you realize that Muncie is the home of Ball State. Ball State is the reason why most people know about Muncie, Indiana in the first place, because of Ball State University. Now, just a super brief history of Ball State University. Ball State University was named after the Ball brothers, which they're not even from Indiana, they're from New York. But they had business ties in Indiana, which is how Ball State University got its name. Now, Ball Corporation was founded by the Ball brothers. Now, Ball Corporation currently is located, their headquarters is located in Colorado. Now, they used to do business here in Muncie, Indiana, but sometime in the 1960s, in the late 1960s, they closed shop. They sold their business to another company. I forgot the name of the company, but they sold the business to another company. So there's no longer a ball corporation, ball corporations here in Indiana. And basically, the Ball brothers one was a industrialist, and one was a philanthropist. And that's just a super brief history of the I guess you can say the Ball brothers / how Boston University got its name. And of course, you also have Ivy Tech, which is your I forget what they call those kind of colleges. It's your 2-year college, which Ivy Tech is all over the state of Indiana. And the population of Muncie is, and Muncie, Indiana, let me back up. Muncie, Indiana is located in the eastern central part of Indiana. And Muncie, Indiana in itself is a fairly good sized city. I mean, it's still, Muncie, Indiana, I would say is hovering between what you would call a smaller city to what some people might even start to consider it to be in a mid-sized city. The population here is currently sitting at 65,195 people, and it has experienced a 7% population loss as of the 2020 census. Now, back in 2010, the city gained 3.9% of its population back in 2010. Back in 2010, the population used to be 70,085 people. Now, Muncie did not start losing people until the 1990 census. So, for the majority of the time that they've been recording population in Muncie, which was way back in the late 1800s, Muncie has always gained people. And I would say the current population loss in Muncie is primarily due to many of the industrial jobs that have left Muncie and went to other places, either in other parts of the country or overseas somewhere. So as far as it goes for the infrastructure of Muncie, now for starters, Muncie does have a public transportation system called the MITS. That's MITS. And Muncie is a college town, Ball State University. So for those of you that don't realize Muncie is a college town, it is a college town. Now the infrastructure of Muncie is, if you now off to the west side of Muncie, you have access to Interstate 69, and from Muncie, you're 62 miles. Right now, I am 62 miles northeast of Indianapolis, and 77 miles south of Fort Wayne, which are accessible easily off of Interstate 69. And also, US 35 runs through Muncie as well. And US 3 runs through Muncie. Now, US 3, if you go 20 minutes north, if you go 20 minutes south, 20 miles south, you'll be in Newcastle, Indiana. If you go 19 miles north, you'll be in Hartford City, Indiana, which I do have both of those videos on this channel if you're interested in watching any of those videos. And you also have, so that's Indiana 3. You also have I think it's Indiana 67, which is parallel to parts of 67 is parallel to Interstate 69. You also got Indiana 332, which is parallel to 32. And speaking of Indiana 32, if you go 18 miles, now Muncie is 18 miles northeast of Anderson, if you're traveling 32. And in fact, if you're still on 32, you can go all the way into Noblesville. So those are some of the major highways that go through the city of Muncie. Now, many people, myself included, has always known Muncie to be an industrial town, a Rust Belt city, if you will, as well as a college town. But many of your locals here, they've always referred to Muncie as a Rust Belt city, major industrial city. But, as I was doing my research about this city, today, this city is not as industrial as people think it is. It used to be industrial, but nowadays it's not so industrial no more. Now, you do have a couple of manufacturing plants that are located here in Muncie, but for the most part, your economy here in Muncie is moving towards more education / healthcare / white collar type of work. So I would say it's safe to say that Muncie has kind of reinvented itself into being a more of a white collar / healthcare / education type of city. Now, despite that, the cost of living here is still, as you guys will find out in a little bit here, the cost of living here is still fairly low. And I'll talk about that in a minute. Now, in 2007, Muncie was rated the most affordable college town in America by Coldwell Banker, which is a real estate company, for those of you that don't realize that. In 2015, Muncie was ranked 27th for smaller cities to do business in, and 18th for the cost of doing business. I'm assuming one would be the best, and I don't know how high the numbers go, but the higher the number, the worse. So I'm assuming that's what it is. And some of the largest employers of Muncie, which this is going to go into why I said what I said a second ago about Muncie not being so much of an industrial town as it used to be. But the 10 largest employers in Muncie are going to be Ball State, IU Health at Ball State Memorial Hospital. So, right off the cuff, we're talking education and healthcare. Muncie Community Schools, education. Meridian Health Services, healthcare. Of course, you got the city of Muncie. You got Navient. Navient is education, for those of you that don't know about Navient. Now, for those of you that attend college and you took out some type of a student loan, the majority of you know about Navient. Navient is those people that mail you your little bill every month to pay up on your student loans. And then you got Magna Powertrain, which is a manufacturing plant. They manufacture transmissions, I believe. Then you got First Merchants, which is financial. You got Progress Rail, which is manufacture. They manufacture Caterpillar equipment, I believe. So as you guys just heard off the little list I read in terms of some of the largest employers here in the city of Muncie, Indiana, the majority of the jobs nowadays that are in Muncie are going to be education, or they're going to be healthcare, or they're going to be some other type of white collar position. So for those of you that are looking to move to Muncie, just bear that in mind. Now, like I said, housing here is still relatively affordable. And for those of you that do work blue collar jobs, I mean, there are a few blue collar positions here in Muncie. And of course, there's a lot of other industries here in Muncie that were not on my list of jobs. I mean, you still got your restaurants, you still got your smaller factories, you still have all your auto repair shops that I would assume many of them are looking for good qualified auto mechanics. So, you know, there's still plenty of jobs out here to be had in Muncie that are not in education or healthcare, or they're not even white collar. It's just that Muncie is not as industrial as it used to be. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And there's, you know, and as far as it goes from entertainment, I mean, this is a college town, so there is a fair amount of entertainment to be had here. Now, of course, you do have all your bars, and you do have all your clubs, and you do have a fair amount of restaurants you can go to. I mean, that goes without saying for a city this size that's considered a college community. But a few places you can go visit that are authentic to the city is, you got the Cardinal Greenway, which is basically Indiana's longest rail train project, which now it's a walkway, and plus I believe you can ride your bike on this trail. It's 60 miles long. It goes from Richmond to Marion, Indiana. And obviously it goes through Muncie. You also got the David Owsley Museum of Art. So if you're into artwork, it's a museum with over 11,000 pieces of art located on the Ball State University campus. And you also have the Muncie Children's Museum located in downtown in the Horizon Convention Center. And for those of you that still like to read books, or maybe you're looking for a place to go and that has good internet, nice quiet, you can jump on a computer. For those of you that are coming through, you're visiting Muncie from out of town. I mean, the city does have a total of 6 libraries, with the Carnegie branch being the main branch, which is downtown, which you will see later on when I drive through downtown, when I drive through downtown, that will be towards the end of this video. Just to let you know right now, I did not forget about downtown. I just chose to put downtown towards the end of my video. So, just so you know. And you will see the Carnegie Library. But other library branches in the Muncie, you got Kennedy, you got, I think it's called Maureen Hunt, Connection Corner, Schauffer, which is the library in the Ivy Tech campus, and Bracken, which is the library in the Ball State University College. And you also got the I'm gonna try to pronounce this one. I'm not good at pronunciation, as you guys probably know at this point. But anyhow, you have a museum and gardens, which is north of downtown along the White River. It's a cultural heritage museum with exhibits focusing on the local history, on the local history, as well as nature and art. It's 40 acres, and it's a campus with historic homes, one owned by the Ball family. And let me see if I can pronounce the name of this museum. Give me a second here. All right, people, the name of that museum is Minnetrista. I had to stop the video for a second and look up on YouTube how to properly pronounce it, because I'm terrible at pronunciation. I don't want you guys I don't want you guys questioning what the hell I'm talking about. So I try to make it to where you guys know what I'm talking about. So it's called the Minnetrista Museum and Gardens. That's what it's called. And now, let's see here. Oh, and as far as other things to do, there's also the National Model Aviation Museum. And you got the you can also go visit the Muncie Civic Center. And as far as it goes for crime, now, I remember when I put out my last set of Muncie videos a couple of years ago, people informed me in the comment section that the city of Muncie had daily, I gotta figure out how to word it so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. They had daily, I don't know how to, I'm just going to say it, but they had daily shootings here in Muncie. That's what somebody in the comment section a couple of years told me about Muncie, which I'm not real surprised about that, because, it is what it is out here. But anyhow, according to my research, violent crime is below national average. Property crime is 60% above national average. So maybe when it comes to violent crime, Muncie may not be turning in all of its numbers, because sometimes if the crime in a city is real bad, or if it's worse than what they want it to be, they may not turn in all their numbers, just for the sole purpose of not bringing negative publicity to the city. So it is very possible that the violent crime numbers are much higher than what they're reporting. I'm just saying. And as far as their racial demographics, you got 81.2% white, 11.3% black, 1.6% Asian, and 3.1% Hispanic. Now, if you're looking to live in Muncie, as I've told you at the beginning of the video, Muncie is a relatively affordable place to live. Despite the transition that this city has been making from being an industrial city to being more so of a white-collar city, rent prices are still relatively affordable compared to other parts of the country. Your median rent prices are going to go from $660 to $1,230 a month. And that's actually relatively affordable, yeah, given that this city is considered a college community. And I guess as a comparison somewhat, if you try to find a place to rent in, let's say, Bowling Green, Kentucky, or even Bowling Green, Ohio, you're not going to find anything for that low in any of those type of cities. Just as a comparison. And if you're looking to own, the median home price here is $124,000. Now, if you're one of these people that are moving here from a larger city, like, maybe you're sick and tired of all the shenanigans up in Chicago. Maybe you're sick and tired of paying into a local tax system that doesn't benefit you. It benefits people that it shouldn't be benefiting instead. So you're sick of the shenanigans. So maybe, or two, maybe you might come from a city, maybe you might come from, let's say, Indianapolis, or, I don't know, Columbus, Ohio, and you've been priced out of those cities. Now you're looking for a place to move. You're looking for that fresh start. And for some reason, either A, you watch this video that I'm recording in Muncie, or B, you take a road trip to Indiana and you happen to drive through Muncie. Maybe you have a teenage son or daughter that's going to college here in Ball State. So maybe you're thinking, okay, well, you know what? Let's check out Muncie. Let's see what Muncie's about. So you check out Muncie. You fall in love with the affordable housing options here. So for whatever reason you're looking to move here to Muncie. Well, as I told you before, Muncie is a very affordable city. Now, if you are handy or you have the proper connections to where you can get home repairs done for a reasonable price, and you don't mind doing a little bit of handyman work to a house, there's houses here in Muncie for as low as $50,000. Now, granted, for that low, you're gonna most likely be living somewhere in the hood. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. Now, if you're looking to live here in Muncie and you're looking for a neighborhood that's decent, not necessarily fancy, but just decent, not the ghetto, just a area where people, for the most part, get up, they go to work, and they make an honest living, and they're normal, functioning human beings. I would say here in Muncie, you can find a neighborhood like that for, I would say, if you have $100,000, you can probably find that type of area here in Muncie. Now, for many people, one major drawback of Muncie would probably be these roads. As you guys can see, these roads are terrible. They're not well kept at all. I mean, they're not Toledo, Ohio terrible, but if they don't do anything if they don't get to work and do something to these roads, they'll get to being as bad as Toledo. But anyways, yes, housing prices are very affordable here. And Muncie, Indiana does have plenty of decent communities to live if you're looking to live in Muncie. Obviously, if you have a little bit more money, like if you have $200,000 and $300,000, like some of the neighborhoods I was driving through at the beginning of the video, like the areas that are like on the outskirts of the city, you can go check out some of those areas, which are very nice. Now, I'm gonna get on my phone here, and let's see. I'm gonna get on my phone here. I'm gonna go on niche. And we're gonna kind of see together what other people who may have lived in Muncie or currently live in Muncie have to say. I think these reviews might be interesting to some of you. So we're gonna see. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm on Niche, and I'm looking at Muncie City reviews. Muncie has basically been rated. It has been rated an average city. There's been a total of 307 reviews of Muncie. Muncie gets a 3-star out of a 5-star rating system. 32 people say that the city is excellent. So let's see what they gotta say. Give me 1 second here. Okay, here's a review. Let's see. This review was from 28 days ago, so a little less than a month. Fairly recent. And this person dropped a freaking paragraph. I'm gonna try to skim read it a little bit. But this is what they had to say about Muncie. Muncie is a great place to live with many opportunities for all population groups. There are many jobs available in education for those looking to further their education. I love that we have Beyond I Can and the Special Needs Program. I love that we have Beyond I Can and the Special Needs Program. So Beyond I Can is an organization here in Muncie, apparently. And the art walk is awesome, and First Thursdays. I don't know what that's about. I would like to see our streets repaved more, but that is improving. Okay, that's it. Our first responders do a great job. There are some yards that need mowed badly and some houses that need condemned. Our mayor is doing a good job trying to fix things and sticking with it. I'm not so sure about the canal project, but time will tell. Old buildings are abundant, but some are getting restored and used. Overall, Muncie is beautiful. People just need to look around them and see the opportunities and change around town. Okay, and here's another person. Now this comment was from 3 months ago, still not too old. My experience with Muncie has overall been very positive. The town has amazing schools and different places to explore hobbies. And then here's another comment from June of 2022. The culture of the people and character, the atmosphere is also great for leisure and study. The U.S. is very nice to live in. I guess this person is from out of the country. Okay, let's see now 67 people stated that Muncie was very good. So let's read a few in that category. I grew up about 25 northeast of here. I have always came to Muncie for anything I may need, and now I go to Ball State here in Muncie. So this person most likely is younger. I think Muncie is very innovative, diverse, and has everything you could need. There are many places to eat, great social places, stores, and good scenery. Here's another comment from, here's the next two comments I'm going to read, both of which are from 6 months ago, which 6 months ain't that bad. So here's the first one. Friendly faces and everything is conveniently close. Muncie also has a wide variety of fun things to do, such as golfing, bowling, movies, etc. Okay, and here's the other one. I love living in Muncie. I am currently enrolled at Ball State University and have been living in Muncie for 5 years while I complete school. The community is very fun and gracious and has offered many opportunities to me to grow as an educator, a citizen, a community member. I have had many opportunities to develop my skills and give back to the community while I live here. Rent is a little hard to cover at times as I am a full-time student, but overall, living here has been a great experience, and I am grateful to have gotten to spend so much time connecting with the community and being embraced by it. Alrighty, let's see what 87 people have stated that Muncie is average. So let's see what they gotta say. Now this first comment is from 19 days ago. Muncie, Indiana does not have much to offer other than its university. The roads are not well paved. There is an abandoned mall that has had no effort to restore, and the crime is outrageous. Here's another comment from 2 months ago, and this person also says that this person also gave this city a 3-star rating, 3 out of 5. That is, my experience at Muncie has been pretty decent. Haven't had any problems, and most people, especially the professors, seem to be pretty nice. Here's another 3-star rating comment from November of 2022. Muncie is very average. We have good things, but we also don't have a lot. There isn't much to do other than just drive around and look out at cornfields, but it still creates great memories for me and my friends. Other than a few things to do, I love Muncie. It's just so town-like and friendly. Okay. Now, 17 people stated that Muncie was poor. They gave it a 2 out of 5 star rating. Let's see what they gotta say. I have lived in Muncie since I was in 2nd grade. I have not had a great experience with Muncie because of the people living here. It is not very safe, as there are a lot of drug users and strange people here. I would like to see a change in the type of people that live here, but I like the fact that the city is small. Here's another 2-star rating. They gave me they wrote a long ass paragraph, so we're gonna skip to another 2-star rating. In Muncie, safety is a huge concern, especially as a female. Generally, since the pandemic, the crime has become more frequent, including shootings, which makes it hard to do basic things like grocery shopping alone. Correction. Okay, here's another 2-star rating. This is from June of 2020. know what? I'm going to go back and read this little paragraph here because that one is from July of 2022, which is a little bit more recent. As noted elsewhere, the high reviews likely come from people that have no frame of reference. Architecturally, Muncie's government buildings are an eyesore. The neighborhoods on the south side of the White River would have you wondering if you've crossed into Detroit. Muncie was a car town, a factory town. Those jobs are no more. The workers that stayed are now mostly retirees that, I don't know what they're saying there. What a town they loved has become. Their adult kids are struggling, and the mood and the mood every time I go home is more and more gloomy, much like the cloudy weather. This town once had so much going for it. It's home to Garfield, Bob Ross. It's home to Garfield, the Bob Ross Show, the National Model Aviation Museum, Hollywood movies, where Hollywood movies were made here. Auto enthusiasts know it as the home of Muncie Ford, a once booming middle-sized town with beautiful Victorian architecture and a warm can-do attitude. Decades of carpet bagging simply sucked out every ounce of potential and joy there was. I give it two stars instead of one, only for its history. And let's see. I guess I'll read another 2-star comment from 2020. Now this comment is from June of 2020. Drugs and crime problem, dirty. Within a week of living in my house, I've experienced a stabbing and a shooting right outside my house. Traumatizing. One time I reported a shooting and nobody showed up. Okay. Now there's 10 people that stated that Muncie was a terrible place to live, so let's see what some of them gotta say. Now this first comment is from February of 2022. Well, let's start with the trains. They stop for a half hour at a time. This place is awful due to trains. Drugs, corruption, only thing to do here is eat and go to the bar. It's a dirty, dangerous town. Don't go fishing on the river or in the parks. Don't go fishing on the river or in the parks. Homelessness, junkies everywhere. We actually caught a guy breaking into our truck while fishing. A police said that it was common along the river due to drugs and homelessness. Muncie has also been the meth lab capital. Look it up. Delaware County, meth lab bust. Stay away from here. If people say it's nice, it's because they have nothing to compare it to. Okay, here's another 1-star comment. This one was written back in June of 2021. Yikes! But moving from the north to Muncie is shocking anyhow. Dirty, dumpy, lots of drug problems, uneducated people. Dirty. Not sure why you would want to live there. Wish I would have researched better. Nasty, can't wait to leave. People must not know. People must not know. I don't know what they're trying to say there. Really don't have to live this way. People must not know that you don't have to live this way. I guess is what they're saying. Good thing I brought my job with me. You certainly couldn't live off the wages here. Run, don't look back. And here's another comment. Also, it's from May of 2021. 1-star comment. Grew up here. I thought it was okay. Once I moved to a real city, I realized Muncie is a very, very sad place to live. The quality of life is so low. The schools are literally being turned into jails. The local government has a very recent history of corruption and police brutality. People can make more money if they commute to work near Indy. Well, as I told you on the beginning of the video, Indianapolis is going to be every bit of an hour from here. But I guess if your job pays right, that commute might be worth it. The roads will destroy your car or truck. I wouldn't doubt that. Not much to do when it comes to entertainment. Not a thing to do. Maybe go for a walk on a trail. If you like to pig out, you will be happy with the chain restaurant selections. Yeah. The weather is not good. Cold and gray in the winter. 3 months of okay summer weather. If you like humid air, do not expect anyone to hold the door open for you. It's that kind of a place. Alright, folks. Hopefully you guys got something out of my little commentary. Hopefully some of the comments I just read off in niche helped some of you out a little bit. For those of you that are considering moving to Muncie, rather it be for the long term or rather it be just to pursue your educational career, I don't really have anything to add at this point, so go ahead and enjoy the remainder of this video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do it, because I will be putting out many more videos. And another thing you guys can do for me, which I would heavily appreciate, is go ahead and give videos like this a thumbs up. That way I can continue to grow my channel, and I can ultimately do this type of stuff as a full-time endeavor, which means way more videos, way more content, way more ways I can help you folks that are looking to move to different places across the country. Alright, folks, stay safe out there, stay strong, stay happy. I'll catch you later I'll catch you on the next one.